Dangerous Minds is a movie that tells the story of a former Marine named Luan Johnson who becomes a high school teacher in an inner city neighborhood. The film focuses on her challenges in connecting with her students and inspiring them to overcome their difficult circumstances. Luan faces a classroom of rebellious African American and Hispanic students who have a little interest in education and are facing social issues.
What is your name?
Emilio.
At first, she became anxious with her class, but sooner she employs unconventional teaching methods, including bribing students with candy bars and amusement park trips to engage them in learning. Throughout the movie, Luan's efforts start to show progress as her students begin to believe in themselves and their abilities. The film highlights the limitations of education in addressing systemic issues like poverty, violence, and discrimination. Despite the challenges, Luan's dedication and belief in her students' potential inspire them to strive for more. One of her students is Raul Sanchero. Raul is depicted as a troubled and rebellious teenager who initially shows little interest in education and struggles in personal issues. Throughout the film, Raul's character undergoes development and transformation under the guidance of Luan Johnson. Raul's role in the movie highlights the struggles faced by many inner city students, dealing with issues such as gang involvement, violence, and lack of support or guidance. He is portrayed as a complex character who is initially resistant to change, but gradually opens up to the possibility of different future through the support and encouragement of his teacher Luan.
I will call security.
Bullshit!
Okay, get to your classes. Okay, it's all over. Move!
Raul can be depicted as one of the children in specially difficult circumstances, or CEDC. This refers to the children who are particularly vulnerable due to various challenging situations they face. This term is often used in the context of child welfare and protection to highlight the unique needs of these children. CDC are at a higher risk of experiencing physical, emotional, and psychological harm, as well as being deprived of their basic rights and needs.
We had to, we couldn't walk around with our heads up no more. We got a reputation to protect. You a Marine, you understand? Like if America didn't stand up, everyone would attack it. Well, in our neighborhood, if you don't stand up, you can't walk down the street because everyone will attack you, you know?
Under CADC, Raul experienced an abusive act from his parents, specifically his father. Abusive parents may have lasting effects on their children, impacting their emotional and psychological well-being.
Gracias.
Raul was raised in emotionally abusive environment, struggled with low self-esteem, trust issues, anxiety, and depression. The trauma from Raul's abusive parent led to psychological disorders such as post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD.
You have a lovely family, Mrs. Sanchero. Thank you.
He also experienced anxiety disorders and attachment issues. Raul takes time to trust anybody as a product of abuse.
He gonna get punished big for what he done. Don't you worry about that.
Raul was in high risk of developing behavioral problems such as aggression, defiance, and a conduct disorder. He exhibited challenging behaviors as a result of the trauma they have experienced at home. He became a gangster to find comfort in his life. It also shows a cycle of abuse. Raul who experienced abuse from his parents was showing a boomerang of abuse to others around him. Without intervention and support, the cycle of abuse can continue across generations.
The truth is, he's one of my favorites.
In the Philippines, there are several laws and policies in place to protect the rights and well-being of the children. Republic Act Number 7610, Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation and Discrimination Act, commonly known as the Child Abuse Law. This legislation provides comprehensive protection for children against all forms of abuse, neglect, exploitation, and discrimination. Republic Act Number 9262, Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act of 2004. This law specifically addresses violence against women and their children, including physical, emotional, and economic abuse. Another act is the Republic Act Number 9208, Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act of 2003. This law aims to protect and prevent the combat against human trafficking, including the trafficking of children for exploitation purposes. These laws will help every child to protect their rights. We only need someone who has the courage to talk about their experiences. Do not let the abusive abuse the abused. You are seen, and a lot of agencies will help you. Even though you are not one of the abused, take part as a concerned citizen to report incidents relating to abusive acts.